Hey, you guys. So today I want to ask you why you're giving your position away to everybody. Why you telling everybody all your business? Social media has gotten y'all real comfortable with telling all y'all business, everything you planning to do, and then being upset, angry, or surprised when there are people that come in to foil those understandings for you. Let's stop doing that. You see a lot of things going on in this world, and it's not out of nowhere. These things, a lot of times when corporations make these plans and understandings and you're seeing the end of it, it's been years in the making. I know. I spent the last 5 years creating and designing and world building and planning with spirit itself. And I deleted all of my social media through most of that time to do it. I wasn't sharing anything with honestly anybody. I was keeping it to myself and trusting in spirit, trusting in my process of listening to spirit to help me create this understanding, to help me build and design. And now you're just beginning to get a drop of the end result of what spirit has already helped me plan over the last 5 years. But you don't know what that is. You don't know that understanding that's coming, but something is coming, I promise you. A lot of things are coming, I promise you, because I want this better world that spirit has helped me understand how to build. So believe me, when I say there's change coming. But I don't have to share my position with anybody to bring that. All I have to do now that I have the plans, now that I built the schematics, now that I wrote out the timeline, is begin to walk that dang timeline. That's all I got to do. That's it. That's it. All I have to do now that I got the plans, now that I got the playbook, all that I have to do is walk it. All I have to do is play my position. That's it. That's all you need to do. Somebody could have made you mad. I'll be real with you. I've always been like this. Yes, spirit has taken it to a different degree, but I've always been the type of person that I'm not about to tell you what I'm about to do. I'm going to play my position. I'm going to do my part. I'm going to do the understanding. Even when I left the military, when I was leaving the military, when I made the decision to leave the military, I made the decision, really, I'll be real with you, maybe 3 years before I left. But my first understanding of that I didn't think the military was for me long term is that happened in about boot camp. But I was like, I'm still going to give it a chance. I don't know if this is for me, but I'm still going to give it a chance. The politics, the design of it, I don't feel like it's for me, but I'm still going to give it a chance. But then about 2.5 years before it was time for me to get out, before it was time for me to renew my contract, is actually what it was, because I didn't know if I was getting out at that time. But I made the decision when certain things happen and I realized this is not an environment that fits what I want for the rest of my life. This is not. Did I tell them that? No, because I understand what comes with that. They would have either tried to change my mind to move me from the position that I wanted to play in my life, or they would have also tried to, probably both at the same time, to be honest. They would have tried to change my mind and also ridicule me, which is exactly what they did when they found out. But guess when they found out? When it was time for me to renew my contract. And, they was like, hey. But here's another thing about what I did. I didn't change a thing. I was a great sailor on paper. I did extra. I'll be real with you. To the point that they were coming to me like, why are you with so much potential? Why are you with so much potential here? You look so good on paper. You're doing all the right things. Why are you with so much potential going to leave? Because my potential belongs to me. My potential belongs to me. My potential goes wherever I go. You don't own my potential. Nobody owns my potential but me and my creator. That's who owns my potential. So that is what I did. I stayed. I played every part in that environment. I did everything in that environment that said that I was going to stay in. I never walked around telling anybody I was, planning to leave or anything, because I understand. Just like with a regular job, they tell you they want you to give you a 2 weeks notice. But as soon as you give it to them, guess what? They're like, well, you can go ahead and Roger out. Since you're leaving, we'll fill this position. They want that to prepare themselves, but not to have you be prepared. So I prepared myself, and when it was time and they came calling, I let them know, hey, you know about that. I'm actually about to head out. So that's the understanding. I'm not the type of person to give my position away. I'm going to do what I'm going to do, and I'm going to let that show you. I'm going to show you better than I could ever tell you. That's the understanding. So please, in your life, when you feel like you've been betrayed, when you feel like you've been hurt, when you feel like, oh my God, I can't believe this person did all of this and gave this information, or this person stole my idea and everything else, remember it's important to not give your position away. When they're out there playing football on the football field and everything else, the coach gives the understanding or tells them how, gives them the play where. He gives them a play in a corner, in a huddle, so nobody can hear. So why you telling your own plans to everybody outside the huddle? No. Just do what you do. Just do what you do. Just let your work speak for itself. Let your work speak for itself. That's what's going to do it more than anything. Trust that what you are building, trust that what you have the ability to create will showcase itself to the world of who you are. Your presence is enough in this world. Your presence is enough. Your mouth ain't got to be big and loud and wide. It really don't. And often that gets you in way more trouble than just showing people what you planning to do. Walk the path, walk the timeline, walk the understanding. And that is how you get an uncorrupted dream. That's how you get an uncorrupted dream that stays purely, as much as possible, your own. You don't allow other people to corrupt it by telling them all your business so they can put in their energies and naysaying and everything else. Because it's not about them being bad people. They're just going to try to project their anxieties onto you. It's just human nature. So to avoid all of that, just don't tell nobody your plan and do what you need to do. They'll see it when it's time. They'll see it when it's time. Too many cooks in the kitchen spoil the pot. So that's all I really had for you guys. I really want you to stop thinking about telling everybody all your plans. I know that social media has gotten you real comfortable with doing that and showcasing everything. But that's not why I have social media. That's not, to be honest, I have 2 degrees in cybersecurity. I couldn't do all of that on social media anymore if I tried. It's just too much. It's too much. And I understand a lot of things about that I'm not about to put my whole life on there. I'm here for a purpose. I'm here to help build toward a better world. And that is it. That's it. I'm not here to put my whole life or put all my understandings and plans out. They'll come out when it's time. You'll see it when it's time. You'll enjoy it when it's time. You'll receive from it when it's time. It'll pour into you when it's time. And that's that. So I hope this message resonated with you guys. If it didn't, I hope you find what does.